So just a disclaimer here, if you haven't heard in the previous little bits that I've uploaded, I'm borrowing a headset from Blue because I think there's a damaged pin on my old one, and if I can't smooth it out, that's what produces the clicking, I think. That's just a theory though, because I can't reliably reproduce it. But anyway, we are kicking off the next chapter. This is the route where I has survived. 3 days have passed since we brought Hanako's case to a close. Every day since then I've gone to Konoehara Academy to investigate the departed. But progress has been frustratingly slow. I'm getting impatient. Making matters worse, that macabre scene has been seared into my memory. I relive it every night. The departed is devouring spirits. Why did they consume Hanako's soul after she'd already been saved? My only clue is what they said afterward. I must eat a lot, so I can become beautiful and beloved. The departed want to consume a lot of souls to become beautiful. Are they doing it for me, their husband? If that's the case, they won't be able to suppress their appetite. The sun is still up in the sky, yet I decide to head to Konoehara Academy. I promised Mr. Konoe I'd give him my report. I haven't seen him since that incident. Perhaps he's busy dealing with the fallout from Izumi and Horikoshi's cases. I pack my bag and get ready to leave. All the evidence I collected during the previous case has been organized and filed. I've also returned anything I borrowed from the school. Just as I'm about to leave the mansion, I hear a chime. Looks like I've got a visitor. What horrid timing. Hey, Mr. Light. Entering the mansion is another one of the mark bearers, Eita Nakamatsu. The way he's dressed just screams to all who see him that he's an otaku. I'm not very tech savvy, but I can always rely on him whenever I need help with tech stuff. Sorry, Ada, I'm about to head out now. Let's save the tech lesson for another time. Needed to clear my throat. You're investigating the departed, aren't you? Moe told me. So I'm here to give you a hand. Eita. In this day and age, the internet is an essential component for any spirit investigation. Some rumors even originate on the internet. Oh, by the way, the departed isn't trending online, which makes it seem that its influence is limited to Konoehara Academy. Researching rumors of the internet, huh? Eita's skills might help me open up new avenues for finding leads. I'm begging you, Mr. Light, let me help. What about your job? You mean my part-time work at the factory? I'm not shirking my work, okay? My contract ended last month. I'm recharging my energy for the next job. No need to worry about that. Let's go to Konoehara Academy then. I have to go with you? Well, yeah. But, my eyes land on his anime t-shirt. I doubt the headmaster would turn a blind eye to his eclectic get-up. In fact, it might start directing unwanted attention on our group, and that would not be good for our investigation. On second thought, you can stay here and guard the base. I'll call you if there's anything I want you to snoop for on the internet. Deploying me as logistical support, eh? The perfect role for a genius like me. I'll be on standby here then. By the way, have you been taking care of yourself, Mr. Light? Your complexion looks worse than I remember. I barely get any sleep these days indeed. I witnessed 2 people die horrifically in a short period of time. Nobody just shrugs that off. It's obviously taking a toll on me. Driving while you're in that state is an unnecessary risk. You should take the bus. I'll give you some of my passes. Here, take these. Thanks. So we get Ada's file. I leave Kujo Mansion as Eita waves goodbye. Not wanting to waste his kind and thoughtful gift, I catch the bus at the nearby bus stop. After passing M Tower Station, the bus motors uphill toward Konoehara Academy. The hum and gentle vibration of the engine lull my weary self to sleep. Traffic's no issue and the bus arrives on time. I get off at the stop and walk through the school's main gate. Class is in session, so there's not a single student in sight. Let's go to the infirmary for now. It's completely empty. Oh well, might as well treat it like my own office since I've been given permission to do so. No one to talk to. I don't know if you can still buy objects here, but you can see that there's a new bag upgrade. It's just we're too early in for it. And it's looking like there's 8 lost souls per chapter. So I just want to make those points clear. When I enter the faculty room, I ask one of the teachers to call Mr. Konoe. Oh, you're here, Light. Idle hands are the devil's playthings. Let's get down to business. So where should we start? I've read your investigation report. Mr. Konoe lowers his voice. He probably doesn't want the other teachers to hear us. It's hard to believe that Hanako's spirit killed Izumi and Horikoshi. Goodness. You witnessed some of it. It's the truth. You have to accept it. I'm very aware of that. Be that as it may, don't think everyone else is going to believe it. To tell you the truth, some teachers and students are starting to wonder about you. They're curious about the man wandering around questioning students. Oh great, they find me suspicious. Especially our curriculum coordinator, Miss Sakamoto. You seem to have touched a nerve with her. I'm begging you, don't make her mad. The disappearances? Oh, that? Their families have contacted the police. A detective came to our school to investigate. It was only for formalities, though. I managed to send him on his way. That easily. Over 10,000 minors go missing every year. Without it being a clear criminal case, they won't investigate it seriously. Or rather, they can't investigate it. There aren't enough clues. And they're going to look in the wrong spot if they do. The notices. We haven't gotten any new notices. You'll be the first person to know if one arrives. Okay. I can't see any hints that could lead me to the departed's identity. Figuring this out without any clues is basically impossible. It's not like I'm hoping for a new notice. I just wish there was something I could inspect. By the way, Light, do you know why I wanted you to come earlier than usual today? I want you to teach some classes as a temporary teacher. Excuse me? Our Japanese history teacher's fallen ill. They won't be returning to work for a while. And since you're here, I want you to teach a supplementary course. Hold on a sec. Why do I need you to take this seriously. Besides, you'll benefit from this as well. If you're staying in front of the students teaching a class, it will allay their suspicions and quash their doubts. That will make your investigation proceed more smoothly, don't you think? Me? Become a teacher? You must be joking. Sorry, but refusal isn't an option. This is an order from your client. Do whatever you like as long as it'll be useful for the students. I assume you have some knowledge about folklore studies and occultism since you chase spirits. Just use them as your subject matter and spin it as being historic or something. Good luck, Light. I didn't think I'd have to actually teach a class. I'm in deep trouble. What's worse is sometimes the schools don't provide you a lesson plan or anything. You have to devise it on your own, and those just get annoying. And yes, I'm speaking from my experience teaching. One of the teachers gives me some very brief guidance on how to conduct a class. And with that, I head to one of the second-year classrooms in the new building. But they didn't give him like a textbook, lesson plans, nothing. The moment I enter the class, all eyes are on me. I feel like I'm an object in some kind of exhibition. I just want to turn around and leave. However, I've got to do this. After a quick introduction, I begin my class immediately. It's too late to turn back now. Time to suck it up and be a teacher. What kind of lesson should I teach, though? Since I'm acting as a Japanese history teacher, a lesson related to that would be good. 3 topics spring to mind as candidates. So Kujo and Konoe, which is the one I'm going to choose. Tragedy at H Castle, I'm trying to remember what this one is. But the Horrors of the Great H City Air Raid actually ties back into the Cannon Soldier route mission. That was the 5th case, basically like the conclusion to the original Death Mark. You have to remember there was a 6th DLC case, but that was more setting up this game rather than being tied into the first Death Mark. So we're gonna go with Kujo and Konoe. I discussed the Kujo lineage, which I happen to be part of, and Konoe, the headmaster's family. Both names originate from the 5 region houses who were above other nobility. From there I transitioned to the decline of the noble families in the late Heian period. For the first time in days, I'm actually happy to hear the sound of a bell ringing. I made it to the end of the class. Bidding the students a good rest of their day, I leave the classroom. I return to the special building while responding to the students who greet me in the hallway. Phew. I exhale deeply, feeling immensely relieved. Giving an hour-long lecture with all eyes on me was no easy task. I've got a newfound respect for all the teachers who have to go through this every single day of the school year. And no, it does not get easier. Mr. Light, Mr. Light. Miss Sakamoto is waiting for you. Please return to the faculty room. What does Sakamoto want from me? Mr. Konoe said she hates me. When I enter the faculty room, I ask one of the teachers to call Miss Sakamoto. There you are, Mr. Light. Please take this. One of our students found it at the end of the corridor and brought it here. It's a new notice. Dear Gold Prize, Kashima will kill you tonight. I'm watching, hiding in the school. Your beloved, the departed. Looking at the format, it's definitely consistent with the Departed's notices. In that case, the target this time is Gold Prize, and there's a new spirit named Kashima. You certainly have it rough, huh? Being tugged to and fro to respond to the students' pranks? A sneer crosses her face. I'm guessing she doesn't believe the Departed exists. I doubt Mr. Konoe explained the details of Izumi and Horikoshi's murders to her. Can I ask you something, Miss Sakamoto? Do you have any ideas who Gold Prize and Kashima are? I haven't the foggiest notion. If you have no more business with me, I'll be taking my leave. I'm a curriculum coordinator. I have a lot of things to do. Giving me the cold shoulder, she leaves the room. I guess that confirms the rumors of her hating me. Alright, where should I start? I can't let anyone fall victim this time. I need to set my investigation strategy first. Time to head back to the infirmary and devise a plan of attack. Found ya! An energetic voice fills the room.
Yo, old-san.
Simple, man. What are you doing here, Sho? Nakamatsu told me you're here. Heard about the case, so on in. Unable to hide my surprise at his sudden visit, I decided to ask him some things first. This is Sho Nagashima, a high school student in H City as well as one of the mark bearers. As you can see, he's one lively delinquent. Plays baseball a lot, so he's strong and fit. Though he does have one notable weakness. I appreciate your concern, but the problem we're dealing with here involves your Achilles heel, spirits. So, what then? It ain't my first time dealing with spirits. I ain't no chicken, you hear? Despite his boisterous protestations, he's clearly shaking. While he has way more guts than other people, he has a crippling fear of the supernatural. It's so bad that his body practically shuts down as soon as he hears the word spirit. I never did ask him why he's so afraid, though. Did he have some kind of traumatic event when he was young? Hell, man, why are you looking so concerned and all? It's pissing me off. What are you doing here? To help you out, of course. Let me be your assistant. Goodness, you're just like I. Where is she, by the way? She said a TV thing came up suddenly, so she couldn't come. Too bad, huh? No cute idol at your side today. You could say I'm glad, though. I've caused you trouble before, so this is my chance to return your kindness. You're making an awfully large deal out of it. I can't help it, it's just who I am. Where did you get that uniform? You don't go to the school. This I borrowed from Watanabe's friend. I ain't really a blazer kind of guy, though. This preppy shit clashes with me so hard it's giving me chills. Real men only rock a short jacket and harem pants. I do not know what harem pants are. With the pleasantries concluded, I explained the situation to Sho. His determination is strong as eyes. He's one stubborn fellow who knows what he'd do if I refused. He'd probably rush in alone. It's much safer for everyone if I take him along as my assistant and keep an eye on him. By the way, that old man Daimon called earlier. Said he had some urgent business and he'd be late. That old man's still a coffin mess, huh? What was it again? Doctors make the first patients? Mashita told me something like that. Doctors make the worst patients. I'm pretty sure that's what Mashita taught you. Speaking of, where the hell is he? Figured he'd be here with you since we're dealing with spirits. Mashita is a former detective and a mark bearer. He often joins me investigating strange happenings. Following a series of events in our previous case, Sho looks up to him as an older brother. We were actually talking on the phone just last night. He's currently out of town on a different case. He didn't go into detail, but it seems like it's a pretty big case with a lot of people's lives at risk. Basically something that required his urgent attention. So, how are we going to do this thing? Pretty much the same way we started out with the case of Hanako of the toilet. Focus on the spirit mentioned in the notice and try to prevent casualties. We'll start by trying to figure out the identity of Kashima. If we don't know who Kashima is, we'll never be able to figure out what their grudge is. We also need to identify the gold prize mentioned in the notice. Aren't they like the next target? Correct. If we know who gold prize is, that may lead us to Kashima's identity. Time to get moving. Where should we go? Doryu and Kinokawa from the student council know a lot about the school's rumors. Let's ask them. Hell yeah, let's roll. We will hit up the student council room first. Let's kill some time here while we wait for them. On the desk I find a notepad with something written on it. Student meeting agenda incorporating measures against mold and pests. How rude of you to call insects pests. I thought she was talking about the teachers. I don't find any useful information.
Yoshi.
The trash can is empty and its bag liner has been replaced, though it still smells somewhat musty. Thick binders are lined up on the shelf. Records of each year's committee meetings are stored here. There are several printouts on the whiteboard. One of them is about the clock tower. Konohara Academy Student Council notice. Konohara Academy's 70th anniversary project, Wake Up Clock Tower. Built to commemorate the school's 10th anniversary, the clock tower is a representation of Konohara Academy's 70-year history. To commemorate the 70th anniversary of the school, we'd like to make another attempt to repair the clock tower, and your signature is required for this to happen. Your cooperation will be greatly appreciated. Let's use our power to move the hands of the clock again. Konohara Academy's clock tower, huh? A symbol of Konohara Academy that looms so large you can even see it from afar. However, the clock tower stopped moving and the bell no longer works. Student Council has decided to take it upon themselves to make the clock move once again. Wait a minute. Whenever the departed's voice rings in my ears, I always hear a bell sounding. Furthermore, when I arrived here for the first time, I heard the sound of that bell ringing. That bell that shouldn't work anymore. The students seemed indifferent to the bell back then, and I assumed it was because they were just used to it. But maybe it's because I'm the only one who can hear the bell tolling. But why? Mr. Light, I didn't know you were in here. I'm doing some more investigating. Do you mind if I ask you some questions? Sure, go ahead. I told Doryu about the new notice we found. Gold prize and Kashima, huh? That sound familiar to you? It does, yes. Can I ask something first, though? Poor Koshi's been absent for a while now. Some even say she's gone missing. Is it possible that she was killed by Hanako? I can't bring myself to answer her. The headmaster told me to keep it a secret, and I don't want to make her anxious. I knew it. However, she's astute enough to discern the truth through my silence. The rumors are true, then. Once you're targeted by the departed, it's over for you. About that, I think it might be referring to Slit-Mouthed Kashima. I'm intrigued. Tell me more. Slit-Mouthed Kashima is a spirit that's rumored to haunt the bus stop near the school. That's it? Any details or about sightings or anything else? I don't really know the details. Didn't I tell you before, I'm really scared of things like ghost stories. Gold prize, huh? Like the gold prize in a competition? I see what you're thinking, so the target is a student who's received a gold prize. Do you know of anyone like that? I haven't heard anyone winning anything recently. Our school isn't that passionate about club activities. Really? But there are trophies and certificates lined up at the entrance. In the past, we used to be competitive. Before we became a prep school, many students were enthusiastic about club activities and sports. But nobody's really like that anymore. About Slit-Mouthed Kashima. Maybe Michiho knows something more. She loves this kind of thing after all. Where is she? She's gone home, but she'll probably come back if she knows you're looking for her. I think she likes you ever since you complimented her hair. I actually find it kind of amazing that teachers don't scold her for her hair. Did I say something wrong? No, it's nothing. Michiho might be a bit strange, but she's not a bad girl. Please be nice to her. I asked Doryo to call Michiho and leave the student council room. The school will be closing shortly. All students, please promptly vacate the school grounds for today. Time's up. Let's return to the infirmary and start prepping for the search tonight. We'll peek into the library before we go. No one here, go somewhere else. Alright, old man, let's get ready for the night investigation. Daimon should be back by the time we finish. I take a few bites of convenience store food show brought before we start preparations. Finally, the sun sets and there's no sign of anyone left inside the school. Old man Daimon's late as fuck. I'm tired of just waiting. Let's go on without him. Sho brings up a good point. There's a new notice to worry about. Gold prize is being hunted by Kashima and may be killed. We can't waste even a second. That student council president said Kashima haunts the bus stop near the school, right? How about we check out that place first? So do we go out the front door, I wonder? So we're starting the investigation for realsies. Let's leave the school and go to the bus stop. Just out of curiosity. Student council, huh? Man, I can never understand why people would like joining such a formal organization. What's so fun about that? People do things because they're fun. If things aren't fun, why would anyone bother with it? You only think that way because you're young, Sho. That sounds heavy for some reason. There's no need to stay here any longer. Let's go inspect somewhere else. Some people working overtime. I don't have any fond memories of the faculty room. Still feels unpleasant even though this is a different school. Looks like there are some people who haven't gone home yet. They're not here, though. Don't cause any trouble, Sho. I got it. Won't bother you, old man. But if those teachers look down on us, then I make no promises. That's exactly the situation I'm asking you not to cause trouble in. There's no need to stay here any longer. No one in the library. It's cleaner than I thought. It's way different from the library at my school. Do you read books too? Quite the exemplary student, aren't you? Not really. I only went to the library after I broke the window with a ball. Oh. Yeah, I can see that happening. What do you mean by that? There's no need to stay here any longer. So I guess the reason why his library wasn't quite as clean was because of all the glass shards on the floor. Okay, for a second there I thought that might have been my headset. What's a little annoying on this one is there's no mute button. I have to actually raise the microphone, and I don't know what it sounds like for you guys. So right there was me trying to mute it. This is where the first notice is posted. Damage and red marks. This red stain looks more like mold to me. Still unsettling, though.
これは
Notices for students posted on the bulletin board. It's now prohibited to enter the old building. Unless you have express permission from a teacher, do not go to the old building. I feel like breaking the rules after reading this. No business here. I leave the building through the front door and head for the main gate. What have we here? There you are. Hime said you're looking for me. Guess you've gotten a new notice. I appreciate you coming here, but didn't Doryu call you quite a while ago? Oh, I left my phone at the dorm. I was so surprised when I listened to the voicemail. Never expected you'd call me. So I rushed here. Sorry about that, and thanks. Anyway, I see that boy is your assistant now, huh? Piercing, scars on his cheeks, and an intense stare. A delinquent, I take it. Ah, shut up. None of your business. Who the hell is this float to your head? Am I some kind of Crixday to you? What are you even say? Hey, enough. I introduced Sho and Michiho to each other. In short, she'll be helping me tonight. Sounds like so much fun. Hey, let me join too. Kinukawa smiles mischievously. Looks like she wants to join the investigation. What should I do? Talk to Sho. If Sho acts intimidating, Kinukawa may get scared off and give up. Hey, you little snot, stop spitting bullshit. Investigating spirits is a battlefield, you know. Ain't no way we're gonna bring an amateur. And you look exactly like an amateur. What makes us so different? Sho talks himself into a corner pretty quickly. Looks like that was a mistake. I tell Kinukawa she can join us for a while. A little while sounds good. I have a curfew after all. That reminds me. You called that guy Sho, right? Sure must be nice to be called by your first name. Probably gives you a sense of closeness, huh? Kinukawa stares at me with anticipation. Yeah, it probably does. Let's do our best, Michiho Kinukawa. What made you think I'd want that? Do it again. Let's do our best, Michiho. Yep, that's it. Now I feel like we're all in the same boat. Michiho seems happy. Now, let's talk. These days, all people talk about is the departed. People who totally ignored it at first have started to believe they exist now. Especially once Horikoshi became the third victim. She disappeared right after the notice arrived. Everyone's scared they may be targeted next, and thus more students have been skipping school. Are you not scared, Michiho? It's the opposite. My curiosity is piquing. Aren't you curious to know who the departed is? This isn't a TV show or manga here. We're facing a vicious murderer. Don't be reckless. Okay. Oh, Slit-Mouthed Kashima? He used to be the talk of the school. The newspaper club did a special feature on them and it became a big hit among students. There's a rumor going around Konehara Academy.
三章口裂鹿島
Chapter 3, Slit-Mouthed Kashima. This bus connects the school and M Tower Station. Once the sun goes down, students aren't allowed to get off midway, because Slit-Mouthed Kashima will appear. Once the girl got off the bus and started walking, she heard a strange sound from somewhere, an eerie metallic sound, and when she tried to listen closely out of curiosity, she heard a voice mixed in with the sound. Yukami Ocean Jimo Nabe? The sound suddenly stopped right behind her. She looked back without thinking. And saw a tall woman in a long coat. She wore a mask and carried bloody scissors. And that was Slit-Mouthed Kashima. Okay, I know what the spirit is now. I just never heard that name before. You're making all that up, aren't you? No, I'm not. A student really was killed 5 years ago. She got off at that same bus stop. She saw Kashima staying next to the bus stop. I just don't quite understand what she's saying here. Kashima started walking toward her. The voice of the metallic sound got closer and closer. The metallic sound being the snapping of scissors, just so you know. A bus came from the opposite direction. The girl ran over and got on the bus, not caring where it was headed. The bus left, heading away from the bus stop where Kashima appeared. The girl took a seat and felt relieved. She convinced herself that she was just imagining things. She believed it was all just a dream. Then she looked out the window. Ah. The bus took her back to the stop near the school. She had to get off there to go back to the dorm. But you know what? So ocean is umi, in case you're not familiar with Japanese. Kashima had chased after her. And then... she had asked the question. That girl was killed by Kashima. Even worse, the way she was killed was unbelievably horrible. She was stabbed to death, but from the inside, not outside. With all the blades sticking out of her body, she looked like a bloody hedgehog. It was a nightmarish scene. That is how the rumor goes. Imagine dying with scissors bursting out of your body. Gruesome, isn't it? Michio, there's something I'd like to confirm. Let me guess, the school gate where that student died is... Exactly, it's right here. There might have been a dead body right where you're standing. Seriously, dude? Give me a break. Shit. To no one's surprise, the mention of spirits causes Sho's complexion to grow pallid. Though I have to admit, hearing that story took a toll on me as well. And that corpse? Disappeared the moment the cops arrived. That's definitely a spiritual phenomenon. Don't you think Slit-Mouthed Kashima is an unusual name? Is there any context behind the name? The Slit-Mouthed part is based on the story of the Slit-Mouthed woman, exactly. Kashima wears a mask like the legend and she kills people with scissors. What about the Kashima part then? Well, everyone knows the urban legend about Reiko Kashima, the girl who was cut in half when she fell off a train. But the details don't match. Reiko Kashima has no legs and cuts people in half with a scythe, not scissors. So who or what the Kashima part refers to is still unknown. That's all I know. There's not much to go on since it's an old rumor. Even if the target is really some kind of gold prize winner like Hime suggested, I have no idea who that would be. I'm not interested at all in those things. Shall we get going, Mr. Light? A teacher shouldn't break a promise with their student, alright? With that said, Sho, sorry man, let's just let her do what she wants for the time being. How carefree can you get? She's your problem, old man. I'll be following along from a distance. Don't want to interrupt you. Hey, Sho. You know, I'm pretty confident when it comes to sensing supernatural beings. We'll definitely discover something big. Keep your expectations high. So, Michiho has joined the group. A new notice has arrived at the school. This time the executor is Kashima. The new target is Gold Prize. We learned about a rumor involving a spirit named Slit-Mouthed Kashima, who is said to appear on a bus route that connects the school and M Tower Station, especially when someone gets off the bus. Kashima appears along with an eerie metallic scraping sound, muttering in a mysterious voice. Yukami Ocean Jimon Abe. So Yukami Umi Jimon, and I don't know about the Abe part. If Kashima catches you, a huge number of scissors erupt from inside you, killing you. We need to look into Kashima further, so it seems like we'll need to take a bus ride. And since they showed this picture here, the proportions on the woman do not seem to be correct unless she's meant to be like a little on the chubby side. Basically, for this to be accurate, she has to be either really tall or like her back is arched really strangely. I'm talking about the standing one, not the dead one, by the way. You deal with that spacey chickle, man. Bleh.
Yoshi.
A splendid gate made of brick, complete with an iron fence. Gives off an austere, historical atmosphere. The nameplate on the gate reads Konehara Academy. This gate looks kinda ominous, don't you think, considering all the people that died nearby? There's tactile paving on the sidewalk between the school gate and building. This safety feature is starting to become more common these days. This school really doesn't cut corners. This kind of thing reminds me that this is supposed to be an exclusive, prestigious school. It's not so prestigious if I teach there, just saying. I find something on the bump near the paving. Already? I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. There's still some time before the next bus arrives. There's a bench with paint peeling on every corner. I can even see some crushed bugs on the seat. A hawk moth, huh? Hawk moth? What a poor soul. May you rest in peace. There's a boy wearing a Konehara Academy uniform. What's he doing here? School let out a long time ago. His left eye is a deep blue. Anyone can tell he's not an ordinary boy. Spirit Doctor Hero Light. Or should I call you Mr. Light since you're a teacher here now? Yeah, I'm Light. My left eye sees everything. The Grim Reaper is coming after you. You are summoning death upon the school. And finally, in the end, the Grim Reaper's sickle will strike you down as well. A tragic demise awaits you. You're not making any sense. Care to explain? Listen with your soul, not your ears. Only then will you be able to understand. This is a warning. Withdraw from this case before you and the people around you fall victim to the spirits. As soon as he finishes speaking, the boy leaves. What on earth is his problem? You sure attract strange people, huh? You know him? More or less. He's my senior. He's obsessed with occult stuff and always approaches people who can see. See what? Spiritual beings, duh. What else? He said he can tell when people have spiritual sensitivity. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not. He might just be assuming things on his own. You sure know a lot about him. Did he approach you too? Yep. He stopped doing that since Miss Sakamoto scolded him. Oh, he was following Izumi too. Izumi too. Mind telling me his name just in case? Sorry, I forgot what his name is. I only remember that it's a really unique name. That boy seems to be famous in Konehara Academy. Looks like a troublesome individual has his eyes on me. Okay, I had to stop for a sec. The bus should be here soon. Oh, right. What exactly are we going to do to investigate Kashima? Shall we start by testing out the rumor? Attempting to reenact the rumor said searching for any evidence of spirits has always been my investigation style. I try to recall the content of the rumor. When did Kashima appear again? Awesome, you even remember the details. Glad to know you were really listening. That reminds me, Michio. Which bus stop was Kashima seen at? As far as I know, the rumor doesn't really specifically say which bus stop it is. A bus stop between school and M Tower Station. So that's M Town Shop, S Cemetery, or K Hospital. Oh, bus is here. Hey, don't leave me here. The bus sets off on a night journey, and we three are the only passengers. Looks like it also doesn't have a driver. Checking the route map, the bus does stop 3 times before reaching M Tower Station. M Town Shop, S Cemetery, and K Hospital. Well, let's hit up the town shop. The hell's with that busted-ass looking shop? It's giving off some real bad vibes somehow. Come on, we better keep away. A crooked guardrail and a slanted pole. Looking at the brake marks on the road, it seems like there was a car accident here. Safe driving is important. You should take that to heart, Mr. Light. There's an old mailbox. It's best not to look into it. A dirty glass door. The other side of the door is pitch black, though. It's impossible to make out what's inside. A piece of paper with the word morning is posted on the door. Someone who lived here apparently passed away recently. I feel something bumping into my shoes. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. Level up. So we didn't actually have any damage here. Why is it here? A vending machine with bottled water inside. A rare sight these days. Judging by the lack of any light and the fact that it's not making any sort of mechanical sounds, it seems like it's no longer in use. This vending machine is kind of rare, isn't it? It's got bottles of water. Is it out of order? What a shame. I wanted to buy one for nostalgia. I actually do not know, like, the cultural significance behind that. I just know Japan is kind of crazy with vending machines, and, maybe water's rare? I'm gonna get lost, I'm warning you now. I was hoping to just give you a list of locations, but you can see that's not the case. I'm expecting this is where Sho's gonna lose his stuff. Shit, you for real? Nothing good'll come from going to a cemetery at night, you know? I find a pair of scissors on the road. The blade and handle are covered in a red substance. Is this blood? That'd be my guess. Why is it here? Scissors? Don't tell me Kashima is... Michio bites her tongue, though it's clear what she's going to say next. Did Kashima drop this? Michio clings to my arm suddenly. What in the world? Do you feel that? There's something dangerous nearby, staring at us. It must be Slit-Mouthed Kashima, or Sho. I can hear the voice. Voice? What voice? The voice is saying something. You... Kami... Ocean Jimon Abe? Michio? Yukami Ocean Jimon Abe. You good, Michio? Yeah. Just not feeling so good. Sorry for worrying you, I'll just head back to the dorm. Great timing, the bus back to school just arrived. Bye-bye, Mr. Light. Hey, wait, I'm still not done talking to you. Michio ignores me and walks to the bus stop on the opposite side of the road. She gets on the bus without so much as a second glance. So I'm hoping we didn't miss out on anything by her bailing right here. Because that would suck. Sho has rejoined. Hell's up with her? She said she's not feeling too well. Looks like she sensed someone's presence. No way, was it Kashima? Maybe. They're not here. Maybe they're inside that cemetery. I follow Sho's gaze to find a door leading into the cemetery. Hey, old man. Let's keep those scissors. They might be connected to the spirit. Hairdressing scissors.
Yoshi.
There's a side entrance next to the cemetery's nameplate. Looks like it's open even at night. Even though it's open late, I don't think I'd be inclined to visit if I didn't have business here. A vehicle gate that leads to the cemetery. It's shut tight because it's nighttime. Inspecting it closely, there's about a 1 centimeter gap between the gate boards. I should be able to peek inside this way. Do it. I bring my face closer to the gap. There's only darkness on the other side. The gap's too narrow to make out anything else. Should I climb the gate and look around? The wind blows through the gap. This doesn't feel like an autumn night's wind. Too tepid, damp, and musty. What? What was that sound? Did the wind rattle the gate or something? The gate doesn't look so weak that a breeze would rattle it, though. Was this the work of some supernatural being? Something falls down from the top of the gate. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. So before we go in there, I want to hit up the other location just to make sure I don't miss anything. And out of curiosity, you can jump to the infirmary.
Yoshi.
There's an old bench here. Time and disrepair have started rusting the metal bits of the bench. This is the entrance to K Hospital. Nothing really beats the creepiness of going to a hospital at night. Well, that was a very fast trip. It was the cemetery. So I think the whole twist here is that Kashima is actually the bus driver. Just saying. The spot where the bloody scissors were, there are some tracks on the road, like traces of a hard, sharp object being dragged. They extend into the cemetery. So you can see the white line right there. Sho and I head inside. We walk among the tombstones, holding hands and singing. The cemetery isn't large, probably half the size of Konohara's schoolyard. This place is packed with tombstones, the dead supposedly slumbering beneath. However, I hear the sound of the wind blowing from time to time. Can't help but wonder if that sound is actually the wailing of the restless deceased. Hold up a sec, old man. Sho suddenly stops and halts his steps. He fixes his gaze on the graves. I can't see clearly because it's freaking dark as shit out here, but see the name written on that one? It looks like it says Kashima. With how many graves are in this place, it's hard to tell which one he's referring to. Let's look around a bit. Nothing in the periphery. 3 points of interest.
Yoshi.
I turn my gaze to the bushes for a moment. I feel like something dark is moving there. It's probably just my imagination, though now I don't really want to stay for too long. A grave surrounded by withered plants. Looks like this grave has been abandoned for quite some time. I feel sorry for the deceased. Withered flowers have been laid here. The flowers have withered and petals are scattered around the flower stand. Least I can do is make it neat and tidy. I trim off the withered leaves and brush away the scattered petals. You really are something, huh, old man? You've taken care of a stranger's grave. Something small falls onto the ground along with some ruined bits of stuff. I pick it up. It's an eerie tooth. So this is half of them already. There are several small narrow boxes lined up in front of the tomb. I've never heard of a tradition like this before, though. The boxes are similar in size. They're decorated in ornate lettering. Must be the names of brands. Durandal, R3 Cut, King Cutter, Nart Edge. If you don't know, Durandal is, I believe, Roland from the Song of Roland's Sword. I haven't heard of any of these brands before. Cutter and Edge, though. Could they be brands of blades or something? We'll know more once we open the boxes. I pick up one of the boxes. It's so light as if there's nothing inside. Hey, old man? Do you hear that? Indeed, I do hear a strange sound. Don't tell me this is the sharp metallic sound from the rumor. The sound is getting closer. My body's completely tensed up. It's hard to breathe. Is that Slit-Mouthed Kashima? We're screwed! What should we do, old man? Give back, thief. Out of the blue, I feel pain and discomfort as if a foreign object has been shoved in my arm. What's wrong, old man? My arm hurts so bad it's like it's being stabbed by a sharp blade. Give it back. Well, now we need to go to the hospital. What's up with your arm? I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure this is Kashima's doing. We need to do something or else we'll be killed. What should I do, old man? I'm hurting pretty bad. I can't really move that well. So what do we do now? Kashima told us to give it back, but what? Do we need to put the offering back at her grave? This looks like it could be fun. She opens the lid of the small box and shows the interior to Kashima. The box is empty. Thief. Sharp pain shoots through my arm. I don't think Kashima's rage will subside anytime soon. I need a different plan. It wasn't the right choice, but it was the fun one. Sho puts the hairdresser scissors into the small box and places it at Kashima's grave again. Agitated and flustered, Sho forgets to place the scissors inside. They're reaching a bit for some of these choices. At least you don't get penalized, I guess. Yeah, some of these choices, man. Sho puts the hairdresser scissors in the small box and places it at Kashima's grave again. Come on, this should be good enough, right? I return the scissors to you. Sho places the box holding the scissors in front of Kashima's grave. Kashima mutters something before disappearing into the darkness. Looks like this is the right choice. Yeah, they start off with a pretty low bar. She's gone. I guess so, yeah. How's your arm, old man? The scissors are gone. The heck? You don't have a single scratch on you. What's going on here? No idea. Those scissors might have been an illusion created by Kashima's resentment, though the pain I felt earlier was definitely real, so we can conclude that curse of hers is quite dangerous. With that said, we shouldn't spend another second here. Let's leave the cemetery quick. We don't know whether she's going to attack us again. Yeah, come on. So it's possible that tooth could be a missable object right there if you can't get back in. We should be okay here, right? No, this bus stop is Kashima's domain. We better get farther away. Definitely looks like it's missable. Nice, there's a bus coming across the street. Come on, old man, let's get on it. So it's important to note they don't let us choose where we're going, they just give us a bus. That should give us a bit of breathing room. Is she going to chase us like the rumor said? Oh, it's old man Daimon. Sho starts talking on his phone. Well, that's typically bad etiquette when you're on public transport and we're the only passengers. The driver probably doesn't want to make a fuss. Old man Daimon and Watanabe are in the infirmary. This bus is going to the school, so we can just meet up with them there. I have to fix the headset real quick. Before long, the bus arrives in front of Konehara Academy. There's a bench with paint peeling in every corner. I can even see some crushed bugs on the seat. Who'd sit here? Someone's got to clean that shit up.
Yoshi.
My school gate's nothing compared to this. It looks shabby as hell. Well, at least your school had a gate. If mine had one, it was stolen well before I got there. Wait. Something's coming this way. It's the boy from earlier. Looks like you've encountered spirits, Spirit Dr. Light. So, yeah, that was actually a little bit of a ironic naming there. But who knows, maybe we'll make a Mega Man out of him yet. I can see it with my left eye. There's traces of that spirit on your arm. He's probably talking about the curse I got from Kashima. His strange phrasing aside, this boy clearly sees something. I'm impressed that you survived, but keep this in mind. You can't rely on miracles forever. Let me warn you one more time. Give up. Hey, shithead. Cut the bullshit already. What do you want, you bastard? Shut your mouth, you lout. It's heartbreaking to see the renowned spirit doctor has a delinquent as his assistant. You're deficient in intelligence, spiritual capacity, and even character. You're nothing more than an Huh? At that moment, the boy stiffens. What's wrong? I ended up thinking about them. Just imagine those myriad feet creeping around that nodular body. Disgusting. Hey, do you hate bugs or something? Don't you say that taboo word in front of me. Sorry. Apologies for coming undone. Speaking of, where is Student Council Vice President Kinukawa? She parted ways with us midway. She went back to the dorm. How odd. I saw her getting off the bus. But she went to the school, not the dorm. Come again? Michiho wasn't acting like herself earlier. I've got a bad feeling about this. Beware, the departed's malevolence is greater than you can imagine. Do not dismiss my advice. It's for your own good and the well-being of those around you. I shall take my leave. The boy leaves quickly. I should have asked his name. I imagine they won't let me in anywhere until we go to the infirmary. Okay, we're hopping. Daimon and Moe are waiting inside. Sorry I'm late, Light. I'll be joining your... You okay? No need to worry, I've always been in bad shape. This isn't anything new. Don't tell me to give up. You're not the only one chasing after the departed. Right, we're as frustrated as you. How is the investigation going so far? I tell them all the information we've gathered up to this point. Slit-Mouthed Kashima, huh? Been a while since I last heard that name. I heard it used to be a hot topic 5 years ago. Do you know anything? Not really. That all happened before I started working here. Miss Sakamoto may know something, though. She's been here for ages. Unfortunately, it's already so late, I doubt she's still here. Except she is. She apparently has some work to do. I saw her in the faculty room earlier. Sakamoto, huh? She hates me. I doubt getting info out of her is going to be a simple task. Hey, old man. How about asking Nakamatsu to look into Kashima? He's at the mansion, isn't he? Put him to work. That's certainly a good option. Eita may find some useful information on the internet. I'll call him before we head out. So, Daimon's joined the team. I pick up the landline phone in the infirmary and punch in the number for Kujo Mansion. Hello, Ada. Is that you, Mr. Light? Yeah, you must have been waiting for my call. Why'd you wait until now to call? I was getting bored scrolling through forums and almost left the place, you know? I calm Ada down and explain the current situation. That must be rough. So it's my turn now, huh? What do you want me to look into? Kujo Mansion at night is so freaking creepy. This building is so old and spacious, I feel like something's gonna pop out. You'll get used to that feeling. Really? I want you to solve this case before I have to get used to anything like that. Find any information related to Slit-Mouthed Kashima. Okay, give me a sec. I'm checking it out. There's a post about Slit-Mouthed Kashima in the H-City Spirits thread. Looks like it was a really hot topic in the past. Is there any new information there? It pretty much lines up with the rumor you told me earlier, but this post includes a story about a student who became the Kashima in the rumors. It's from an unknown source, though, no telling if it's true or someone just posting garbage. That's fine. Who's supposedly Kashima? Rei Kashima, a female student from Konohara Academy who killed herself 5 years ago. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything about why she did that. So this female student became Slit-Mouthed Kashima due to a grudge from her life. I need to find out what Rei Kashima's grudge is. Eita, check if any Konoehara Academy students won a gold prize in any kind of competition. It doesn't have to be recent. Events from years ago are fine, too. Okay, give me a sec. Got it. I can only find one, though. That's fewer than I thought. Yeah, the school's a prep school, so they're not all that invested in club activities. Anyway, who's the winner? Megumi Manabe. She won a gold prize in an art contest. What about her? She might be the next target. Can you find her address or phone number? I hope we can contact her. That'd be tough to track down since it's private information. Just having a potential lead on Gold Prize's identity is a win in my book. Let's assume Manabe has Gold Prize and proceed with the investigation. Kashima is said to be that girl's spirit. That's all I could find quickly. The internet has a lot of information, but it's not omniscient. For Megumi, she was an art club student who won the gold prize in HC's art contest 5 years ago. That's all I could find. Talk to you later. Bye. Rei Kashima, a student who may be Kashima. Megumi Manabe, a student who may be gold prize. Both of them attended Konoehara 5 years ago. I'd be unlikely to find a current student who had useful information about them. But Sakamoto's been at the school for a long time. Her knowledge might be key.
さて、誰を連れて行こうか。承知した。
I've been given a new sacred object. Two damage from suspensive acts and events. Yeah, you lose the base one. It's gonna be that way for everything, I imagine. So we'll go ahead and pick up these two.
Ganbatte ne.